and thank you so much for clicking on this video. If you're new here, my name is Lindsay Johnson. I love makeup, skincare, and hanging out with you guys. And in today's video, this is gonna be a long one. I'm letting you know it's probably gonna be a long one. I'm gonna try to keep it as quick as possible, but as informative as possible. This is gonna be the Sephora VIB Sale Event recommendation video for spring 2022. You guys, this is going to take a minute because I am like looking at my desk, and you guys, we have a lot to go through in every category. And if you guys don't already know what the Spring Savings Event is, oh my goodness, it is basically Sephora's event. I think they do it 2 times a year, and basically you get whatever percent off based off of like whatever tier you're on for Sephora. So there's VIB, Insider, and Rogue, not in that order. I'm just but it's Insider, VIB, then Rogue. And so Rogue gets 20%, VIB gets 15%, and Insider gets 10%. And I'm gonna go ahead and tell you the dates for the sale for whatever category you fall into. So Rogue is going to get to start on the 1st of April, VIB on the 5th of April, and Insider on the 7th of April, and every single person will get to shop until the 11th. So I am really excited, you guys. I'm actually not Rogue. I've spent so much money though. I think you have to do like 1,000, and I spent like 800, which is like, because you know, but it's okay. But yeah, you guys, I'm super excited, and in today's video, basically, I'm just gonna run through each category of makeup and give you my recommendations. I tried to keep it as like narrow as possible, but there's so many products that I just really love and stand by, so I hope this is not too much. My girlfriend actually had a really good idea of like doing another version, but like condensed like my top 10 picks too. So let me know if you guys really want me to look at all this and really think about what I would really recommend out of all of these products that I really cannot get my hands off of, basically. Let me know if you guys want that down in the comments section, but let's jump right in. The first category is of course gonna be primers, and you guys, it just depends on preferences at the end of the day too, but if you're into a moisturizing primer, this is going to be the one for you. I feel like this is the Bobbi Brown Vitamin Enriched Face Base. Now it's like a moisturizer of course, but I feel like your skincare is really important when it comes to your makeup application, and anything I put over top of this is really beautiful. It makes my skin look really good with the makeup on, and you can't get any better than this. I don't think so. If you guys have a dupe, definitely please let me know in the comments down below though. It has a very citrusy smell. I really enjoy it. It is very, not heavy, but it is definitely a thicker, heavy duty cream versus say like the Peach and Lily moisturizer, the green one, the matcha. That's like very lightweight. This one's a little bit thicker, but I like that because I have dry skin. So I really love this, and it's so expensive, you guys. One thing I will throw in though while we're talking about this is Ulta's gonna do their 50% sale. They're doing it right now, the 20 Days of Beauty. So they're going to be selling that for 50% off on April 2nd. So mark your calendars. I'm going to probably try to stock up on these if I can. If I'm too late, I'm too late. I probably will be, but try to be on that website. Sephora also likes to do this little thing where they go and they try to see what deals Ulta's doing, and they'll go ahead and kind of price match. So try to check like both of those websites to see, like, you know what I'm saying, if you can get a sale on either or. It's insane, 50% off for this. The next product I want to talk about is the Vanish Airbrush Primer by Hourglass. Hourglass just knows what they're doing when it comes to makeup. I strongly feel like this is a really beautiful primer. It will really smooth you out, and it won't really make your foundation last a super long time. I have other primers that I like more for that specifically, like the e.l.f. Hydro, but this one is going to make your makeup look really beautiful, really smooth, and really, as the name suggests, airbrush. So I love to mix the Bobbi Brown and this one, and I just think that looks really beautiful. I will say it's not going to make my pores look the teeny tiniest like the next one I'm going to talk about, but it does blur you out and it just looks really, really amazing. And it's high end for a reason. It's really great. I don't have anything like this. And the packaging, if you are into packaging, some people love packaging because, you know, it's beautiful. You put it on your vanity, whatever. Some people are like, I could care less. At the end of the day, I'm gonna go through it, throw it away, whatever. I really love packaging, so that's just a plus for me. But the actual product inside is amazing, and to get it on a sale is great. Today when I'm filming this, they're having their friends and family sale, so you may be able to pick it up there. It's on sale for 20% right now, so instead of being like 50 or something, it's gonna be like 35, 40, something like that. So if you could pick it up on that sale, that'd be great too. Whatever sale, try to get it on sale. It's super expensive, but it's super beautiful, so I really recommend that. Absolutely recommend that. The next primer I want to talk about is the Timeless Tarte Smoothing Primer, which looks like this. This is a mini size, you guys. I picked up the mini size to see if I actually really loved the product and thought it was worth it, and it is. Oh my goodness, if you guys struggle with the look of enlarged pores and you really want to diminish that and you really just want to eviscerate those babies, this is the one for you. Out of all the primers that I'm talking about, all the primers I have in my collection, high-end, drugstore, whatever, this is the one that takes the cake as far as really blurring out and diminishing and minimizing my pores. This is the stuff. This is the one. Like, I love it so much, and I try not to use too much since this is like a smaller sample size. But you guys, I will be shopping this sale and picking this up 100% because it's just a really beautiful quality. As you guys can see, it does come in a pot. You take it out. You do not need a lot. You just put it in those areas where your pores are most enlarged. So for me, that is definitely in this area right here. Obviously, I'm not wearing this today. I'm actually doing a wear test today, so whenever I'm doing those, I don't like to put any type of pore filling primers because I feel like it, you know, it can kind of mess with the integrity of the wear test. But anyways, I really love this, and if you are looking for a really pore filling primer, this is your girl. I love her. We love her. We stand by her on this channel, and she's unreal. And then moving on to concealers, I have to say that some makeup stands the test of time and some really doesn't, and these concealers from Too Faced are just some that have really stood out to me throughout the years, and these are the multi-use sculpting concealers. I love these from Too Faced. They are amazing. I use the shade Cloud in Almond. I want to get a better shade for me, but what I'm doing right now is just mixing these two. I use these so often for my full glam days. I love them so much. They are so beautiful, so full coverage, and you just can't go wrong with these. Really good OG product to have in your makeup bag. Then I also have the Pat McGrath Labs concealer in the shade 01. One thing I will say about this, let me show it to you, my bad. But one thing I will say about this, besties, is 01 is way too light for me. I want to go up a shade because, yeah, it's too white, but I really enjoy this. It has a very good coverage. Now, what I will say, though, is for me personally, this has been my experience. I've experienced this a few times where if I go in with the concealer and I let it sit like I do with some other concealers, I do find that it does kind of blend out a little bit difficult compared to some other concealers that don't have that issue. But other than that, I really love this. Looks beautiful on the under eyes, super good quality, and yeah, Pat McGrath just has some really good quality products, and that is definitely one of them in my opinion. And I feel like if you guys have watched any of my recent videos, you know I love this concealer, and that is gonna be the KVD concealer. Something about this just keeps me wanting more and more. And if I'm being really honest with you guys, I'm reaching for this concealer more than the other two. More than the Too Faced. I love the Too Faced, but this one I have just been gravitating to more than any concealer in my collection. The packaging is okay. I will say the one thing I don't like is that when you do open it up, it's kind of like, sometimes I can find that it's a little bit difficult to close. I don't know if you guys see that, but sometimes like this part can get stuck right here, and it's just kind of not the funnest experience. But other than that, and it gets super dirty, but Other than that, I really enjoy like the actual quality of the product. It's so beautiful, so airbrushing on the under eyes, wherever I place it really. I really enjoy it. I think it makes my pores look even better, which is crazy because usually sometimes when I put concealer, you know, it can still look the exact same until I actually go in with powder. But for this, I feel like it's very airbrushing, and I would love for them to come out with this, but in like a foundation form. I know that they have it. It's called the Good Apple Concealer. But I know that they do have a foundation that's like that, but based on the reviews I have seen, it's not the same quality as this. They're completely different. So I would really love to see them come out with a foundation version, like the exact same formula, maybe a little creamier, and then make that a foundation. I think that would be super great, or sorry, more hydrating. I think that'd be amazing. I would buy that. I'd pay whatever price because this is just really, in my opinion, really great quality stuff. Moving on to foundations, I wanted to start with skin tint / tinted moisturizers. The first thing I'm gonna mention is this blurring skin tint from Fenty Beauty. I do find that it does have a blurring property to it. It's beautiful. I really love it because even though it doesn't have a lot of coverage, it's really great, and it does have a little bit more coverage than some other skin tints that I have tried. Like for example, the Jaclyn one, I feel like this one has a little bit more than that one, and I also love how this one looks on the skin way more than that one. It's really amazing. I love it for every single day because it's not too heavy and it just gives a really beautiful look. There's something super special about this. The packaging too is really beautiful. I mean, Fenty always kills it with that, but I really love what's inside even more. And I actually got this pretty late, so I'm kind of sad I hadn't had it, but it's okay. I love it that I have it now, and I would definitely recommend it to anyone who asked me about it. So I think it's definitely worth it, and I think it's $30, which I know is not cheap by any means, but I feel like for high end and for how great of a quality it is, it's really top tier to me for that price point. And the next thing I have is the Laura Mercier Tinted Moisturizer Light Revealer. This, I want to say, is a little bit more pricey than that, which is why I'm saying that price point is really good. This is a beautiful tinted moisturizer. I actually just wore it yesterday. I love this stuff a lot. Now, I'll say the best thing about this compared to anything I'm talking about is the way it feels on the skin. It feels like barely there. Like literally, I know some people say barely there and it's still heavy. No, this is like barely there. When you put it on, it feels like you're literally putting like water or some type of like moisturizer on your face, but it does give you some coverage. I wish it gave just like this much more. I really do. It also does have SPF in it, which is great. I just feel like this gives a really healthy look to the skin, as it should, but it really does, especially for that price point. Like it better, and it does. I really like it. I feel like it's beautiful, and again, great for every day because it's not going to be too heavy, and it has good benefits to it, which I love too. So now there's a lot of foundation, so I'm going to go through this as quickly as possible. Please bear with me. First foundation, Forever Dior, the new matte reformulated, is unreal. It claims that it's transfer proof, and you guys, I'm not joking when I say it doesn't transfer. Slightly, if anything. I actually have a video testing this out and the Skin Glow, so if you guys want to watch that video just to see what I mean, you can definitely do so. But this is amazing quality. It's so good. It definitely is matte, but it's not flat looking, if you know what I mean. So it is gonna match you out, but it's not gonna make you look lifeless, is what I'm trying to say, which is what I look for. And the best thing about this is the longevity. If I'm going out on a date with my girlfriend, I wear this because I know that it's gonna look good throughout the whole entire night, no matter what. No matter what, you know what I'm saying? So I really enjoy this. I think it's beautiful. You can't go wrong with this one. Like, out of all of the foundations I'm naming, if you like a matte finish, but I wish they made a scentless version. I think that would just be amazing. That would really set it off, but I really do like this. It is also a very runny formula, so be mindful of that when you are squirting it out, because I've ruined a piece of clothing before using this, so just be careful with that. But I really love it. Then we have the Forever Skin Glow, which I also think is very much worth it. I will say, as I said earlier, this one definitely doesn't have a lot of transfer. This one is going to transfer a little bit, not too bad, but it will a little bit. And it looks really, really healthy on the skin. I really don't use this enough, but I do love it. I think I don't use this one enough because it's great for every day. Like this one I only wear for special occasion. This one I could get away with, like, because of how it looks, very hydrating on the skin. I feel like I could get away with wearing it every day, but because it's so expensive, I'm like, no, you know, like I try not to use it every single day, but it's so good. Like, oh my goodness, if I had the money to wear this every day, oh, I'd be wearing it every single day because it's super beautiful, high quality. I love this so much, especially for in photos, but like in person as well, of course. But I just really love that one. Obviously the pores look different. With both of those, the pores are definitely going to look better in my opinion with the mattifying one, but they don't look bad with the Skin Glow. Like, I don't want you guys to think that either, but I really love that one and stand by that one. Then going into a matte foundation, talking about a matte foundation, this is the NARS Soft Matte, which I don't think is actually super matte. That's why it's called Soft Matte. It's really beautiful. It definitely does have a beautiful finish, but it can get cakey really quickly if you do add too much. I know this because my girlfriend told me one day that I used too much. She was like, babe, what foundation did you use? I was like, this one. She was like, oh, it looks like a little cakey, like from usual, which I love it when she tells me stuff like that, because then I can tell you guys, which coming from someone who doesn't even like know about makeup, for her to say that, that means that this can get cakey really quick if you do use too much. You do not need a lot. It's very full coverage. So I do enjoy this. It's really beautiful for those days that you just want a full glam. Definitely not an everyday foundation for me personally, but for whenever I do want that full effect, I go into this and I really love the formula of it, and I love that it's a squeezy tube. That's cool too. The next foundation I feel like you guys knew was coming. This is the NARS Light Reflecting Foundation, and y'all, this one I may have to say I do like it more than the Skin Glow, but not more than the matte one. I think this is a killer product. They did such a good job. It looks so hydrating on the skin. I love it more than, what is it called? The Sheer Glow. I feel like this one definitely looks better as far as my pores are concerned. Now, I do really enjoy that one as well. That's a good option, but I would have to recommend this one before that one, especially because this one comes with a pump. And if you guys have seen the Sheer Glow, you know that that one does not. You have to buy it separately, which is annoying. So obviously this is still a little bit pricey, a lot of it pricey, but at the end of the day, if you're looking for a good high-end foundation and you haven't found a NARS foundation that works for you yet, I see comments like that on people's videos. They can't find one that works. I think this one would work for a lot of different skin types. So really, really great quality. I love it. Kosas is also a really good option, besties. I know that I'm recommending a bunch of foundations. I think this is the biggest category, this one, and glosses, so don't worry, but this is also a really beautiful foundation. I find that this, what is it called? Revealer Skin Improving Foundation. Did I already say that with SPF? Anyways, it has a beautiful packaging. That's not even what I care about. Now, it did say it was going to blur out the pores, and I did not feel like it did that, you guys, but it did have a really healthy look to it, similar to the one that I'm wearing today, which is actually for Milk Makeup. That's what I'm doing a wear test on. I actually like it so far, but I can't recommend it for this video because this is only my first time using it, and I've only had it on for a few hours, but this Kosas one is really, really beautiful. I find that this one is very beautiful on the skin. It's not too heavy. It has a very beautiful radiant to it that I really enjoy, because I feel like the Charlotte Tilbury one I wanted to put in this video, but then I was like, you know, no, because I feel like that one, to me, by the end of the day, does have a good amount of wear compared to this one. This one has a little bit, but that one really, really has a lot. Plus, I'm not into a super dewy situation on the face, but I do like a really beautiful radiant, like a glow from within, which this one does really, really have. So I do love it a lot. I love the Charlotte Tilbury one too, but I just felt like not everyone is into that. I feel like more people like that glow from within than like that literal like dewy, just wet finish. If you do like that finish, the Charlotte Tilbury, I'm recommending it to you. It's awesome though, but I like the Kosas one way more, so I wanted to recommend that in this video too. Powders. I have the Rare Beauty powder in the shade Light. You guys already know this one has a light pinky finish, if you guys can see it. I really enjoy this one for specifically the under eyes because it's not as heavy as the next one I am going to recommend. It has a really beautiful finish. It instantly mattifies and it does last a while. I will go ahead and show you too. One thing I love about it is you guys see that little, what do you call it, like a sifter? I really like that you can push it back and forth to stop the product from coming out, which I think is really unique. And I haven't seen like anyone do that, I want to say. Any brands do that. So I think that was really interesting and unique that this brand did that, because honestly, makeup can get so redundant, you know what I'm saying, with the same old, same old. So when new products come out and they actually have something different and unique to them, I really enjoy that. So I love that one. Next one is a oldie but a goodie. Huda Beauty freaking Pound Cake Easy Bake Loose Powder. If you have not tried these Huda Beauty powders, please try these powders. I might have to put them in a freaking giveaway to whoever wins, because y'all, these are top tier quality. I love this more than the Laura Mercier, even though I do love and recommend that one as well. I really love this one specifically in the shade Pound Cake, but you guys, it smells strong. That's the only thing I'm gonna say. Maybe that's why you haven't tried it yet, because you're not into that kind of thing. It smells super strong, you guys, very fragranted. If you're not into fragrance, and because it lasts a minute on the face till it goes away, so for that reason, I feel like some people are probably gonna be super thrown, and I think that's why I waited so long till I did get it. But I've had it for years at this point, and you guys, I cannot get enough of this powder. It's so freaking good, you guys. Now I put this one forehead in this area of the face, like near the cheeks sometimes, and then on the chin. Dang, I forgot what my chin was called for a second, but on the chin, and I think it looks really freaking beautiful. Really airbrush porcelain, baby, porcelain. So this one easily, if you have to pick between the two, she's gonna win. But this one, very lightweight, very beautiful for the under eyes, and I love that pinky tint to it. Some people might not like that, but I like that, and she has other shades too if you don't like that, but I love it and can't get enough of it. So love that one a lot. Oh, this is such a good one, but I feel like you guys are gonna get mad because I talk about it all the time, but of course, because of that, I have to put it in this video. This is the Rare Beauty Warm Wishes bronzer in the shade Power Boost. Now I want to get a shade up. I want to get the shade what is it called, Happy Soul, because not because this is too light. It's not too light, it's too warm. I did not just toot. I'm like moving my foot on the chair, so it's making tooty sounds, but I promise I didn't do that. I would own up to that, but this is really, really beautiful. So creamy that I was nervous that it would slip and slide around and just not blend out, because it's so pigmented too. But you guys, it shears out beautifully. Mine is just a little bit too warm, so I do want to get Happy Soul, but this is beautiful on the skin and blends out in literally 5 seconds. I feel like, ooh, excuse me, if you're a beginner getting into cream bronzer, this one would be really good for you. Well, I feel like it would be good for you, but just know that it is going to be pigmented, so going with less is more. For sure. It is just so beautiful, you guys. I can't even, I'm going to stop talking about it, or we're going to be here for 10 minutes talking about this Rare Beauty bronzer. But the next bronzer, ooh, it's disgusting because I lost the top a long time ago. But this is the Milk Makeup Matte Bronzer in the shade Baked. So this is what she looks like. This is definitely matte. That one that I showed you before is definitely not. It does give a little bit of a glow, which I enjoy. Like a little bit of a dew, I mean. This one is dead serious matte. Mine looks so busted, so I'm going to pick up one of the minis. Unfortunately now, I think Milk, they don't have the bigger ones available. They just have the minis, so that's fine. I'm going to pick that up because this is so disgusting at this point to me that it's been exposed. I don't want to put my face on it, but I do sometimes. I do. but I feel bad about myself every time I use it because it's like this. So I am gonna pick up another one on this sale, but this is beautiful too. If you're getting into bronzer, I always recommend this one because it's not too pigmented off of, you know, the bat. So I really like that about it, that you could build it up, and it is really matte, and I know a lot of people love a matte bronze. So if you do like a matte bronze, I wanted to put this in here for you. I kind of wanted to do like a glowy one and then like a matte one. I wouldn't say this is glowy though. It has a little bit of a shine, if you will, like a little glow from within. So I love that for that reason. I love both of these. I'm getting super excited. I don't know if you guys can tell talking about these bronzers, just because I feel like they are the best that I've tried personally, and I can't recommend them enough. Then I had to mention this powder bronzer from Fenty Beauty, which is in the shade Into Sun. It's their Sun Stalker. I love this bronzer, you guys. I mix it with the shade Shady Biz, and I feel like that just is the best bronze on my complexion. Now, if you're super pale, you will love the Into Sun. Like, I have a backup of this one because it is so good. And unfortunately, if you're really pale, the point of bronzing is to give you some warmth. So that can kind of be tricky because you don't want to look orange, but you do still want that subtle bronzy glow finish. So I really enjoy this one when I'm really pale. I'm pretty pale now, to be honest, but I do like to mix the shade Shady Biz. But if you're super pale, I feel like you would just love this. It is beautiful, blendable, and I have no issues. Of course, with bronzer, I feel like there's really good drugstore options, as there are with all of these categories, but this one, to me, I mean, I have backups of it. Like, that's kind of insane because I love it so much. So I don't even hear people talk about it as much anymore, but I really love it. Then I have a really soft spot for the Glowish by Huda Beauty Soft Radiance Bronzer. This is what she looks like. I think she's unreal. Like, that packaging, I won't lie, like up here looks a little cheapy, but down here, like, that looks really beautiful. I mean, that's art at the end of the day. I really love that. I went ahead and swatched both of them so you could see the difference in the shade, because I have shade medium of the Huda Beauty and then shade Into Sun of the Fenty bronzer. I also have Shady Biz too somewhere around here, but this shade also has a really beautiful tone to it, and it has a soft sheen. You can barely even see it on camera, but I do see it there in the pan, and I don't really see it on the face a lot, if I'm being honest, either, but I think it looks really beautiful and healthy on the skin. That's like what I love the most about it. So I wanted to give you like two options there. Can't go wrong with either or. If I had to say I'm gravitating towards one or the other more, I'm gravitating towards this one just a little bit more, just because I've been playing with it more recently, just trying to gather my thoughts, and I do definitely think it's worth it. So for blush, I have two blushes. Rare Beauty shade Hope. I am obsessed with this blush, you guys. It's their liquid blush. Looks like this. I think she is the perfect everyday blush. Now, what I will say, super pigmented. Please go in with like this much, because if you go in with any more than that, you're gonna be blending out basically blush contour, which is in, but I mean, I'm just saying, if that's not what you're going for, then like be careful, because you're gonna get it. So you want to go in with a really light hand with this. This is the kind of product I would even maybe suggest putting on the back of the hand if you're not used to it, and kind of like, you know, smoothing it out with a blender and then placing it as you see fit. I feel like that's the best way to use this, in my opinion. And oh my gosh, the tone of this specific shade is unreal. I have a lot of the shades, but this is really unmatched in my opinion for every single day. I use it so much, and I still have so much left of it. So with this one, you're really getting a bang for your buck, you know? Then we have these Fenty Beauty cream bronzers in the shade Peach Face and the shade Rose All Day. This one I really love as a neutral blush. I'll show it to you really quickly. Now, this looks like it wouldn't fit my skin tone, besties, but I swear I was using it a lot for fall. Now, I feel like these sheer out really easy. They do go on kind of pigmented, but you can sheer them out way easier than the Rare Beauty. So I wanted to give this option as well. And then this one is really cute for me for every day, called Peach Face. I really enjoy a nice peachy blush. I will say these do have a little bit of like shine to them, which is really cute. So I'll show you on the back of the hand there. You guys can clearly see that they do have a little bit of gleam to them, which I think is cute. You know, you can see the little gold specks in there, which I think is really pretty. And I eat this shade up. This is top tier to me. Moving on to highlighter, this is the Cookie Benefit Highlight, and oh my goodness, this is top tier. Let me show you how blind, if you like a blinding highlight. This is unreal. I live for this highlight when I want that beaming glow. Not everyone likes this. I totally get it, but me personally, I really do. I gravitate towards this one so often. It's probably one of my most used, and for a really good reason. It's just really delicious. I can't get enough of it. I will say I would have put the Milk highlights and the Anastasia, of course, if they were available, but they're not. I wish they were. I feel like everyone should be able to have that in their makeup collection, and it makes me so sad that you can't. Then we have the Fenty Beauty How Many Carats highlighters, which not everyone is gonna like these either. This is very special. I like to put it on the high points of the cheekbones, especially when I do date nights with Bae, because first of all, when you touch it, it kind of feels super silky and soft, but at the same time, you can feel the little glitters in there. It's really special. And then when you do swatch it on the back of the hand, you guys can see it just gives a really beautiful, gleamy, glittery effect without being too entirely chunky. So I love to put it on those high points, and it looks beautiful with low lighting. Oh, I love this highlighter so much. So I had to talk about that one for sure. And then we have the Artist Couture highlight, which looks like this in the shade Illuminati. Just a really beautiful light gold shade that I think is literally unreal. I'm not going to swatch it because then I have to open it, but beautiful, beautiful highlight if you're into loose powders. I know a lot of people aren't, but some people are, and I feel like this one is worth it even if you're not, because the way it will just look so gorgeous and beaming on the face, but at the same time it doesn't emphasize the texture too much, you guys. I just love this one. Me and my friends love that one. It is really top tier. Then I wanted to throw in the Natasha Denona Rose Cheek Duo, which, y'all, this is $25. You get a highlight and a blush, and it's beautiful quality. So I had to throw this in there as well, because at the end of the day, it is something I've been reaching for so often, especially for every day. So I had to throw that in there. Just had to. Oh my gosh, I forgot to share like 3 things with you guys. So let's do that real quick before going into the other categories. This is the Flawless Filter Powder from Charlotte Tilbury. I love this powder. It is a beautiful finishing powder whenever something looks just not right on the face, especially in them pore regions. I really like to go over top, and it smooths and blurs everything out in a really beautiful way. I feel like I've been using this real often, you guys. I might have to get the bigger size for the sale because I'm using it so often. I have mine in the shade Fair, if I didn't already say, and I feel like that is really beautiful. But if you do want to test it out for the sale, maybe I'd recommend like try the smaller travel size if you're just not sure if you'll get use out of it. But believe me, it's really good quality, and I feel like you will. Then the Flawless Filter Hollywood, you guys, this is unreal for if you're wearing, say you're wearing like a mattifying foundation, but you really want to glow in these areas. Remember how we were saying earlier that the Dior one doesn't make you look flat? There are some products out there that do make you look a little bit flat. So putting this in those areas that you really want to gleam, and then putting a matte foundation over top, or just any foundation that is just not giving you the glow you're looking for in this area, definitely pick this up. I typically don't use this on its own, but I do use it under foundations, and it's just like my favorite thing to do now. Such a pretty product. I am in love with it, and will probably definitely get a bigger size on this sale because I am using it so consistently. It's probably definitely time. Let me go ahead and show you on the back of the hand what I'm talking about when I say it will give you that beautiful gleam, glow from within kind of look. You guys see that? It's the top thing. It's insane. I love it so much. And then the Pat McGrath Labs powder in the shade Light. I have to say I really, really love. Only thing is it is the shade, like it's white. Like this is white, so I do want to pick up the shade medium. I'm not going to show you. I'm just going to tell you this is straight up white. Mine is broken, in here, and so that's why I need to get a new one for the sale. It's a really beautiful powder. The time that I did have it before it shattered, I was using it every single day. So usually I use either this one or the Tilbury, but I typically don't use this one all over because of that whiteness. So yeah, I need to get a new one. It is really good quality. I do recommend it. You guys see it's like, moving on. We are almost done, besties. This is crazy. This has been really, really fun though. This is the MAC Prep and Prime Fix Plus Spray. Y'all know this is a good spray, so I feel like this is a really good time to stock up on it. I love the Ulta sale and the Sephora sales for that reason. I don't like to pay full price for these, but I do have like literally, I kid you not, like 5 or 6 of these in my collection that I do have from all of the sales because I love the quality and I just think they're really good refreshing mists for after your makeup. I'm not saying these are going to make your makeup last all day, but they just really are really refreshing on the skin after you go in with all those powders, all that foundation, everything. Sometimes your face can feel like, let me put some on it right now actually. But the Milk Makeup Hydro Grip spray is really freaking good, you guys. It will make your face look delicious. Delicious. I love this so much. My friend recommended it to me and I was like, you know what? Okay, I'll pick that up. But I got a small size and you guys, I am halfway through it and I have not had it for a long time. And please bear in mind how many freaking sprays I own in my collection. So for me to be using this much of one spray is really, really crazy. So I think I am gonna get a bigger size for the sale for myself because I think I am going to run out of this really soon and I don't want to be without it, you know, not even for like a few days. So I think I'm definitely gonna pick that up as well.
The feeling that it's leaving, like the film that I feel like it's leaving and the feeling of them and how dry they feel, I just don't feel like it's a very good lip balm.
I haven't even worn that one yet. You don't like it?
No.
As you guys could hear, my girlfriend is not fond of the new Kylie lip balms. So don't pick those up. But talking about lip liners, oh my gosh, I love lip products in general, besties. And I feel like these are really top tier for me when it comes to higher end. This is the Anastasia Beverly Hills lip liner in the shade Warm Taupe. I like this one and then I think the deeper shade called Buff. I also really love this one because it sits up on your table and it doesn't roll away, which one of you guys actually let me know in the comment section below that is so makeup artists don't have to deal with that struggle, which is just amazing. I love that they thought that through. Very innovative and effective. I love the packaging as well and that you get so much product. Now, I love those lip liners that do have to be sharpened. They're just my favorite. So I love both of these for that reason. And I feel like this is just a really good quality liner. Now, I will say it's a little creamier, I feel like, than this one, but I have to play with them side by side to really test that out. But I feel like this one is really amazing as well. This is the Permagel Ultra Lip Liners, and you guys, these ones from Pat McGrath, they're so good. They're not too creamy to where they're slipping and sliding and you're having an issue with like really having that control, but they are creamy enough to the point where they're not drying out your lips. So these to me are it. I also do love the Anastasia. I feel like if I could recommend one or the other, I would say the Pat McGrath, but I also really, really have a soft spot for this one too. So whichever one, if you do want to pick up a lip liner, I feel like those would just be really great choices. Now moving on to the lipsticks. If you look at my page, at my channel, you'll see lip swatch, because I love a good lipstick. I'm always looking for that next lipstick. And this one right here from Anastasia Beverly Hills in the matte formula is gorgeous. This one is in the shade Toffee, and I think first of all the shade is really sexy, but it has that soft matte finish that looks really, really great on the lips. It fills in all those lines in a beautiful way and really, I don't want to say diminishes them, but definitely minimizes the look of the lines, which is what I'm looking for when it comes to a lipstick. This is unreal. I can't get enough of it. It looks beautiful. It doesn't dry me out too bad, but because of that, it does transfer a little bit. I find that ones that feel good on the lips can tend to transfer, so that's the only unfortunate thing about it. But I do love this as a matte option, and I feel like it looks stunning. Then we have the Huda Beauty Girls Trip matte lipstick. Any of these bullet lipsticks are to die. They're I can't even describe. So beautiful. They do have a matte finish, and when you look at this, I mean, I feel like you can kind of tell all of these lipsticks I'm going to show you have a similar look to them. Like as far as like the texture goes, they look pretty dang similar, and it's for a reason. It's just what I gravitate towards. These feel amazing on the lips. Oh, my girlfriend's home. She's home kind of early. Hold on.
My name is Kayla, and I have attachment issues.
I love you.
I love you. Okay, I just want to say hey, and I'm finna go cook for my beautiful wife. If you're new to her channel, make sure you subscribe and watch her be awesome. And, you know, talk about all that good makeup stuff.
Isn't this a lot?
Yeah.
This is crazy, right?
Yeah.
I'm so lucky to have her. I also really, really love the Fenty Beauty. I don't know what these are called. I will definitely have them linked below. Everything will be linked below. But the new Fenty Beauty lipsticks that just came out, they're a semi-matte formula, so I definitely do find them to be more hydrating than all the ones that I'm naming because they do have a little bit of like a creamy finish. Like look at this. As you guys can see, it does have a little bit of that creaminess to it, which I actually really love though because that means it's not going to dry out your lips, which we know I hate. So I love that about it. Also, you guys, I really, really love the different colors they have for nudes. Really, really pretty. They also have beautiful reds, browns. I really love the whole color selection. Really, really good launch. And yeah, I really, really love these. If you want to see all of the shades swatched to kind of try to figure out which one's best for you, I do have a video on my channel if you guys do want to check that out as well. Ooh, this is a good one. Then we have the Matte Trance Lips from Pat McGrath. First of all, the packaging is just stunning. And then we have the lipstick in there, which you guys, soft matte again, beautiful, beautiful, beautiful texture. This one definitely leaves your lips looking flawless. Like all the lines look great because they're not very noticeable, which I love. I really enjoy. I would say this is probably my favorite out of all of the ones I'm naming, with the Huda Beauty following, and then next up probably I can't pick between the Anastasia and the Fenty, but I will say number one pick would have to be this lipstick right here. I want to get every shade, but it's just not feasible, so a sale is definitely the best way for me to stock up on these. And I don't think I want to wait till the sale at the end of the year for Pat McGrath. I think I want to get more shades now, so that is definitely on my radar this year as well for the sale. Then besties, this is not necessarily a liquid lip, but I didn't know where else to put it. This is the Cozy Lip Creams from Makeup by Mario. These are unreal. I actually just did a swatch of the formula on the hand. You guys see that? Oh my goodness. These are so comfortable on your lips, and they have so many beautiful shades, specifically nudes, that I'm in love with. But you guys, I can't get my hands off of these. One thing I will say is if you do eat or something, you're gonna have to reapply, but these just do my lips wonders. Let me actually show you on the lips what these do. So they fill in your lines really beautifully. This one is in the shade Pinky Brown. And they're comfortable. That's why they're called Cozy Lip Creams. These are the Makeup by Mario Lip Plumping Serums. And you guys, let me just show you. This one is in the shade Apricot Glow. And it looks like this. It is simply stunning. You get way more payoff than a traditional lip gloss. And you also get a really beautiful finish. Now they're thick, but they're not uncomfortable or like goopy. They just feel really, really good, and they feel incredible as far as the plumping sensation. It's not uncomfortable at all. It just is a nice tingly feeling, and I really enjoy it and love it. Very thick, so it does last more than a lot of lip serums that I have tried. Fenty bombs are just amazing. Is that what they're called? Fenty gloss bombs. Yes, gloss bombs. Any of the gloss bombs are amazing. Beautiful. I will say I wish they didn't like absorb into the lips as quickly as they do, but you know, it's whatever. I don't mind reapplying, and I've had a lot of these products for a really long time. The one shade I do want to recommend is called Sweet Melt. This is the shade I will be picking up on this sale because, as you guys can see, it's just a really pretty light pink shade that I'm obsessed with and almost done with this little mini. And I love all of these shades, you guys. I have so many. This is not even all that I have, but I really truly recommend these, and they are beautiful on the lips, so gleaming and gorgeous and glowy, but just not too, you ever try a gloss and it's just too sparkly, so it's like feeling weird and like grainy on the lips? That's not the case with these. It feels really amazing. I also really like the heat gloss that I have tried in the shade Lemon Lava. It's something that's a little odd though, because it's a little bit spicy, like whereas some other, you know, lip plumpers I've tried just have just the straight menthol feel. This is a little spicy to me, which is because it has some type of root in it, so like an extract, so I really enjoy it. It's definitely different, and just look at the shade of that. And you do see the gold glitters on the lip, which I love as well. Guys, the Patrick Ta lip shines I am in love with. I talked about them a little bit in my wish list video because I want to pick up more shades, but these are just unreal. They are a little bit pricey, obviously, which is why they're sold at Sephora. But I love the packaging, but more than anything, I love these reflex. They're so beautiful in here. And again, they don't feel grainy, they just feel super smooth. Another gloss that I could not find is my Hourglass ones, specifically the shade Halo. It's the clear one that kind of has that gold sparkle in it. It's super beautiful, and that is something I can't recommend enough as well. I'll link it below. And then I also really love the Artist Couture glosses. I feel like you guys can see why. Very opaque, very shimmery, very that girl, very beautiful. I really enjoy this. If you don't like a super, let me show you. Ooh. If you don't like shimmery gloss, I still feel like you'd really like this because it looks so beautiful on the lips. So pretty. And then, I mean, if you don't like shimmery glosses, you're not gonna like this one right here. This is the Pat McGrath lip gloss, and let me just show you guys how unreal this gloss is. And yes, you can see the glitters on the lips. Super opaque there. You can see the difference between that one and the Artist Couture one, but they're both standard super gorgeous glosses, you guys, with shimmer. I love these two. Super beautiful, and I cannot recommend these enough. And I think that's everything, besties. Don't forget to comment down below what you might be picking up, and if you have any recommendations for me, like you to me, I would love to hear them. Thank you so much for watching this video. I know it was a long one, so if you stuck to the end, I love you. If you like this video, please leave it a like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one, besties. Bye!